Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, from Capitan, New Mexico. Just leaving Brewer's little gas station here. $4.79 a gallon for regular unleaded, $5.49 a gallon for diesel. They haven't quite caught on to the fact that gasoline prices are going down. They haven't quite got the message. But having said that, we're just going to be driving and talking here about what I'll tell you right now. We're going to be talking about RVing and all that stuff. Why? Because it's all I do pretty much. I live in an RV, I travel in an RV, I think I am an RV sometimes. But yeah, we're going to be going out next week somewhere, I think. Have I made reservations? Yeah, I made reservations one place, and after that I didn't. Why? Because I wasn't sure, how long I'll, you know me, right? I'll get out there and be out there 4, 5, 6 days and say, hell, I'll head back to Capitan. That'd be the end of that crap. And, or else I may continue on and go check out some other places. But, before you start making reservations for campgrounds, state parks, national parks, or whatever, be sure you know what your requirements are. You know what I mean? Like the length of your RV and whether you want water and whether you want a full hookup or partial or whatever you can live with. Because sometimes what you can do, and I've done it before, is take a hookup that just has, say, maybe electric, and then wait for a one that comes up in the same area that has water and electric or whatever else I might need or want. As far as sewer, I'm not too excited about that. I don't need that. I don't need a full hookup, but I do like to have also. I like to have, as I've mentioned many times, good internet access. And sometimes, some of the state parks will tell you that, that the people that work there use Verizon and they got a pretty good signal, and they may if they're standing on the roof at full moon or whatever. But yeah, you kind of have to. That's kind of a hit and miss, but. Yeah, traveling today is no different than it was for me, as far as I can tell, no different than it was 20 years ago, other than price of gasoline has tripled, and there's more people out there, but there's so many places to camp that I don't really notice it that much. I mean, I go to Valley of the Fires. I've seen it packed here in the past few months. But that's the exception rather than the rule, I think. I don't think that's I think they're probably 50% or so average. And that's better than it has been in the past, because that's not a very well known or used BLM campground. Did you get that? But anyway, but people, well, because it's windy and it can be a little hot in the summer, and most people do their traveling this time of the year, June, July, August. It usually starts tapering off about the middle of August, because most schools start their session now usually first part of August or the end of August. So yeah, and when they do that, the kids need to be back in school, and away they go. Now, some of these guys out here are kind of wised up on that stuff, and they're working on the road and homeschooling their kids, which I think is freaking genius. As long as they can do it and make a living, what a way to raise kids. Go out on a BLM where they can run free as birds and not have to worry about traffic. All you got to worry about is cougars, panthers, bears, rattlesnakes, wolves, everything else. I mean, all right, he turned his blinker on. He found out how to turn the blinker on. Anyway, moving on here. So, but yeah, the way to start an adventure, at least for me in the past, and I've done it since then a few times, is just go to the first place. Pick up a spot and go, and then while you're there, kind of plan your next adventure or your next move, and then when you get to the next place, and on and on it goes. It's like links in a chain. But anyway, I'm gonna have a drink of I got a soda. It's a diet soda and A&W root beer mix. It's damn good too. They don't have any Big Red, or I'd use that. And I got my dark chocolate. Well, actually, I've got mixed nuts and some dark chocolate almonds, and it's good. To have a few mixed nuts during the day is a little snack. They got a lot of vitamins and minerals that are good for you. And what's that got to do with RVing? A lot, because if you ain't got your health, you ain't gonna be going nowhere anyway. So, but yeah, why leave here? That's a hard thing to do for me, to rationalize leaving this area to go somewhere else. It is, because I don't know of many areas that have the climate, the ambiance that I like. This area right here has got it all. I mean, I got good cell phone, full hookup. The climate, this morning, it was 58 degrees. I had to turn the heat on. This afternoon it'll be 78 to 80. So that's pretty good. I'm going to be, my first stop will probably be to a place that's about 1,000 feet lower in elevation. So it'll be a little bit warmer, and then I may go to a place a little higher elevation if I can find a spot. Right now there's not much available, but because I want to pull through, even though I could do with a back end. I mean, I'm not talking about backing the car in, but I mean, I could pull up, unhook, or let the car off, and then back the trailer in. You're not supposed to back a tow dolly that has brakes. They have different types of brakes on them. And if you have one that has those, I don't think you're supposed to back them up. At least there's a note on the tow dolly I have that says that. But without the brakes, it doesn't matter. The wheels are just freewheeling, so it would be like backing a trailer into a spot, which is not a big issue. And as far as getting the car off the tow dolly, that's not a big thing either. I've done it so many times now that I've got it down to a fine art, and get old Sparky off pretty quick, and Parker, and away we go. But I'm planning on staying at locations at least 5 days at a time, and then move 100 miles or so after that, say 5 times a month. That would be 500 miles moving, if I was able to do that. 500 miles a month, 10 miles to the gallons, 50 gallons, time might as well say $5 a gallon. Say 250 or less for gasoline for the Class C per month. And then camping fees would be anywhere from $10 a day to $4 a day to zero. Okay, so the average will probably be around $5 a day for the camping. So that's $400 for the gasoline and camping fees. That's not bad at all, actually. No, I can do that. I can do that. So this is Highway 48, as you all know, going to Ruidoso, New Mexico. I'm going to go by the Walmart in Ruidoso and get me some more beer to take with me, because sometimes when you're traveling and you go into a store to buy beer, the prices are so high that you want to cry. You got that little point there. And so I'll load up on beer, and I've got wine and food. I got plenty of food. I'm going to get stuff to make salads with, because I've got some baked chicken, and I can make a salad with chicken, or I can make some taco salad and stuff. And why am I telling y'all all this? Because that's about all I got going, guys, is traveling on my mind and thinking about what I need to do to make it a success and enjoyable. But I've been through this drill many times, and I make lists. Oh, I'm a list maker. By God, those little old Post-it notes are stuck, will be stuck everywhere. I even put them on the radio in the Class C to remind me to get those last few things, like the blocks that I use under the wheels. But I don't have any blocks under the wheels there in Capitan, because that spot's pretty level. Every now and then I'll be a little unlevel and have to add a block here or a block there. But right now, I'm perfectly level and no blocks are out. And so we'll load her up. As far as the cover over my patio, I'll just put it down, and it'll be okay. Take my folding rocking chair and a little folding table to put beside it for my beer, and my little step ladder, my little Rubbermaid step thing. I take it because I put my feet on it when I'm sitting in my rocking chair and reading my books. So, but it is an enjoyable life, particularly for me at my age, because there's not a whole lot else for me to do. I don't sew. I don't have a garden. I don't have any pets. And so I have to do my hobby, which is hitting the road every now and then and checking things out. But isn't this pretty though? And in fact, this drive right here, it'll be very similar where I'm going. I may go due north up into northern New Mexico, and I may, I'm not going to say I'm for sure, but if things worked out, I'd go into Colorado and check things out. But I don't like driving in the mountains all that much, particularly in a motorhome with a tow vehicle, because you come down a mountain, I'm telling you, man, you just pray that the brakes hold. The reason I'm going to get one of these map things from Walmart, I forgot to get one the other day. I had it on my list and somehow walked out and forgot it. But the maps, the physical maps for me, because I'm the old school, even though Google Maps is good, it gives you all the info you need generally. I like to look at the whole state. I like to unfold something or look at the whole state and see the county roads and stuff, because every now and then Google Maps will take you down a damn road that you don't want to be on. She rarely takes you down a dirt road, but she will take you down some county roads that really are windy and narrow and etc. So I'll pick my own routes to my destinations. I'll check Google Maps for sure to see if there's anything I might have overlooked. But yeah, just the shortest way is not always the best way in a motorhome. It may be short and it may be quick, but it may be hell in an RV. Towing an RV or driving it, either way, because I've done it both ways. Yes, sir, on the road again. It's a good feeling to be able to just do that. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm so glad that things did not work out on the tiny home in Capitan, because I'd be semi-trapped. Even though I'd still have the motorhome, I'd be waiting. I'd have to be there to pay the builder and stuff, and I'd want to be there anyway, But as it is now, I've got a package coming in Monday, and it's for the Blue Eddy the Blue Eddy battery thing. It's to hook up to the solar. I don't know where I put that thing. I looked everywhere, man. I could have left it at Amistad National Recreation Area somewhere, but I doubt it. I'll find it one of these days when I'm not looking for it. I'll reach down and there it'll be. It cost me like $15 to get a replacement. And that comes in handy, even though the places I'm planning on going to will have electric. If the weather's nice, the temperature's okay, and I can't find a place with water or electric, but there are places available without, then I can go without, you see? And it gives you that much more flexibility. And as far as, I've boondocked in the RV a few times, and with the old lead acid battery that I had, I don't know how many amps it was, probably 2, but overnight the battery would be drained, and that was basically just the refrigerator uses a little electricity, not much, because it's running primarily on propane, but there are other ghost drains, that take a little bit, and overnight that lead acid battery would be dead. But this one, overnight, I've got a 100 amp AGM battery, sealed battery now, and overnight camping in it, boondocking in the Class C, it's 90% the next morning after 24, actually 30 hours actually, because I got there at about 9 a.m. and I checked the battery about noon the next day. So yeah, 27 hours, whatever. But no, it was okay. So the battery issue, the AGM battery solves that. And then of course I've got a fan that has its own battery. It's got a, believe it or not, a lithium battery, and I can charge it off of the Bluetti, or I can charge it off the cigarette lighter as I'm driving in the Class C motorhome. And also, as I mentioned in my boondocking video, the Class C motorhome has a 110 outlet on the dashboard of in the cab of the RV, and when you're driving, you can plug in 110 there, and it'll charge anything you've got. You know, I mean, you could actually run, I don't know what all you can run off of it, but it's got a 110 plug there. And let's see what gasoline is here in Ruidoso. It is, and I quote, $4.69 regular unleaded, $5.39 diesel. A little cheaper than Brewer, but it always is. It's always 10 cents cheaper. I guess they're brothers or something. So yeah, if you have the flexibility in a travel trailer or a motorhome to dry camp, it certainly gives you more opportunities to enjoy your RV life. And also my RV, this RV, the Class C, has a 50-gallon freshwater tank. I'm good for at least 10 days with that, because I don't use it for drinking water. That eliminates a gallon a day. I get that somewhere else. I take 4 with me, or 5 gallons of drinking water, so I'm good for 5 days that way. But as far as the fresh water in the RV, that's used for showering, washing the dish, and that's it. That's basically it. And the shower, you know, of course the shower head I have in the shower has a little button. You can be taking a shower, and then you can press that button and it turns the water off, so that you don't waste any while you're, say, washing your hair or whatever you're doing. And no, you can take a good shower. I need to get in that left lane. Here comes a Cadillac that ain't gonna let me. Oh, come on. You guys, you believe this? Hey, you guys, remember that Sesame Street? So here we got it. Why am I going to go down Gavilan as opposed to driving downtown? Well, guys, it's Saturday morning in Ruidoso on the tourist busy time. This place here, Alto Cafe, I say it every time, I'm going to say it again. They get more business than anybody in this whole area as far as restaurants go. So having said that, guys, from Gavilan Canyon Road in Ruidoso, New Mexico, on a Saturday morning at about 9:30 a.m., temperature shows to be 73 degrees, which is very comfortable. And so with that in mind, thumbs up, guys. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye-bye. Buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Doesn't cost you a penny. And if you're going to buy something from Amazon anyway, why not? Anyway, drink plenty of water. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Don't watch the news. It's all negative crap, and you know it. Adios, amigos. Keep your health. Bye-bye.